Hello, thank you for choosing this video. Before you get into the video you clicked on, I wanted to give you an option to turn this into a pick a read if you so choose. To do that, simply look at the rocks here in front of you, center on whatever one it is. You might want to pause the video at this point and just take a minute to center and see what one draws your attention. Another way to use this as a pick a read is to get a six-sided dice. The way I do it is I roll it two times. The first time is it odd or even. So this time it's even. So if it's even, I do it times 2. If it's odd, I do it times 1. So it's times 2. I roll it again. I got a 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is the one I would choose. Just that way, if you would like the option, you have an option to turn this into a pick a read. Now I'm going to go through and show you what's behind each stone in case you did use it as a pick a read. For the hematite, the rainbow hematite I should say, that's Aquarius. For the jade, it is, elusively, that's Aries. For the tourmaline, it is Capricorn, which I'll try to move that so you can see the word Capricorn. For this pale green stone, which I think is from Africa, I forget the name of it, again, I still haven't gotten it. That one is Pisces. That's cool. For the tiger's eye egg here, that one is Virgo. For the amethyst, the answer for that one is Scorpio. Let's put that down like that. Hopefully you can see that. For the hematite heart, that one is Cancer. For the rainbow titanium quartz, flip over, that one is Gemini. For the clear quartz crystal, we are doing Taurus. For the citrine, the yellow citrine there, I don't know if you can see that, there you go. We're going to do Leo. For the lapis lazuli, Libra. And for the last one, the rainbow quartz, no, rose quartz, excuse me, Sagittarius. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and go to the video you chose or continue watching this one. I'm thankful for you being here either way. Thanks again. Have a good day. Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. Got a bit of sun going on, which is awesome. We haven't had a lot of that here lately. And I got the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco for the supportive oracle cards. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. I already shuffled these. Do relationship first, single second. Oracle cards were needed. Okay, let's put you to the side. 1 and maybe 2. Okay, so for Scorpio, I'm noticing there's a lot of anxiety with your partner. A lot of anxiety, and I'm seeing like you're not seeing a lot of opportunity here with the Five of Pentacles. They seem really stressed, but I feel like the whole problem here, and it's bleeding over to you and making you feel like there's not much opportunity, is because they're kind of hemming and hawing about a decision, is what I'm getting. The Two of Pentacles is the challenge card. Like they're hemming and hawing over something and they're not moving forward. And I feel like it's almost like this is also the challenge card because it's almost like they're thinking they have a choice when they really don't. Because this is the challenge card. Like they're handling a situation as if they have a choice. I don't feel like they really do. Because what they have here is the Ace of Swords where they're standing in the surrender. Like they have to surrender to the Ace of Swords. In their spiritual spot, they have the Wheel of Fortune, which, is it the Wheel of the Year in this? It is. Like, the Wheel of Fortune is turned. I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune feel more than anything else. And I'm getting, like, they have to surrender to this Ace of Swords. Like, information is there. It's like it's already been handed to them. It's like they were handed this Ace of Swords, and now they kind of have to accept it for what it is and surrender to it and move forward. And I feel like they're kind of hemming and hawing as if they don't expect you to really like it. And they're treating something as if it's a possibility, like they're balancing it back and forth, but in truth, something is actually already moving forward. and it's just kind of surrendering and letting you know that things are already moving forward. See, because when they're hemming and hawing, I feel like that's really causing a big problem here, because it's giving you the thought that there's a lot of possibilities. The Seven of Cups, that's your challenge card. There's not, these possibilities don't really exist, is what I'm getting. Oh, that doesn't seem nice. That doesn't feel good at all. Ugh. Because I'm getting, this is why the Five of Pentacles is actually there, is because the situation doesn't have everything you think it has in front of it. In truth, there's only so much that could come of this. Your partner hemming and hawing, I'm getting that again. It seems to be making things more confusing than anything else. I really feel like they need to get on board with what's happening. What would really make things better is for them to really think about what's actually happening here and to stop hemming and hawing and just give you the information. Because at some point, that Ace of Swords becomes the Knight of Swords. And they have to come forward and tell you the truth about what's going on here and where things are going. I don't think you're going to like it when it comes forward, but I feel like the reason you're not going to like it is because you thought there were possibilities that aren't really there. And it's almost kind of like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And they're like, well, that's not a possibility. You're like, what do you mean that's not a possibility? I just feel like there's a lot of kerfuffle about it. The situation is going to go forward. A whole new phase comes in. The Three of Swords is on your side. I get it. I'm getting, again, it's because of the confusion of this Seven of Cups. It's like you thought there was a lot of possibilities that there are not. And things are moving forward. They have to move forward is what I'm getting. But the Three of Swords is telling me the way this came forward, I feel like it's mostly about the way it came forward is making you very unhappy. What would actually move this situation on and help you is once your partner tells you the truth about, like, I don't want to say the truth, but I kind of do, actually. Because they're hemming and hawing over something that really, there's not really a possibility for something else. It just feel like they're presenting it that way to make it easier on you or hoping that you're going to be okay with it, something like that. Once you realize what's really happening here and where it's really going to go, I'm getting for you, the Chariot is like moving forward with it. They're reinforcing that with action. Like I feel like it's the same message twice. Once you find out where it's going, and it is what it is. This is how it's going to be. Just kind of like getting it done. Just kind of, all right, fine then. Like it's almost like saying, it's almost like this whole thing about having to move, and they're like saying, well, we don't have to move, but maybe we should move. And I don't know. That's how they're starting off. Like maybe we should move. Maybe we should move. Maybe if we moved, it would be better. They're kind of hemming and hawing like that, making it look like a possibility. When in truth is, for example, like whoever you were renting the house from, or for whatever reason, you have to move. Maybe something's wrong with the foundation. Maybe the soil is contaminated, whatever. But in truth, you have to move. Once you realize, okay, I guess because of this reason or that reason, now we have to move. Just buckling down, well, if we have to do it, then let's just get it done. Let's just go forward and finish it off. That seems to pull you out of this energy. Just kind of like when you realize this is how it's going to be, the Ace of Swords has played, your partner has explained to you about why it's going to have to be this way. The sooner you just put it down and be like, all right, I guess these possibilities don't exist. I don't like it, but let's just, fine, then let's move. Let's get it done. The sooner you engage with that, the sooner you move out of this energy, the sooner you feel better. And that's the message for that one. I feel like the way your partner's bringing it forward, though, I honestly think, for those of you this is hitting with, I think that's really the biggest problem. I think that's causing the biggest... Like, I really feel like that's making it worse than it has to be. That's really how it feels. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. It's a general read, I know. But when I'm feeling that energy, I feel like the way it's coming towards you, it's making you have false hope. And I feel like that's the biggest problem. It makes it really sticky. I really do. All right, let's see what we have for single Scorpios. What do we have for single Scorpios? Wow. I want to say all three single water signs were really good. I could be wrong. I mean, I think all three of them are good, but you might have the best of all three. I'm not going to say that totally, but you may have one of them. Like, this is a good one. That ending card, not for nothing, it's the Lover's card, just to, not to blow it out of the water, but geez. And there's a couple of reinforcing situations here. I mean, it's not without its trial and tribulation, of course. I mean, how often does life happen without that? Yeah, be careful. Okay. It's good. The masculine is at the bottom, which is kind of telling me, like, it seems like there's a lot of strength behind this situation, but sometimes there's a very, like, narrow-minded view behind it. I don't want to say that's like a masculine thing, but I'm feeling like it's kind of like, this is how it's set up, this is what you do here, this is what you do next. And I'm feeling that with this card right now. It's kind of like, you know, this is what we're dealing with, and this is what we need to do to make this happen. It's almost like the structure has already been set in front of us. When I keep going forward, like, I feel like currently, like, there's a lot of action currently. You're putting yourself out there. I feel like all three water signs were very similar. Putting yourself right out there, not really shy, for your case, not really shy about it, but saying, like, you know, we could do some things together, we could hang out. You set up the structure. You just said, yeah, that we could do this. No, I want to go with these cards. I'm getting the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands at the top. Like, you're right out there, forefront. I actually feel like you've gotten somebody's attention. I feel like there's a date or something that should happen fairly soon. For those of you this hits with, I feel like a date should happen fairly soon, within a week or so. That's what I'm feeling. And the Ace of Wands is, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of activity, feeling really good, really enjoying your time with this person, they're really enjoying it with you. But what happens next is very interesting, because I feel like it's interesting, because when I see this attraction card, you notice that person is sitting there. Like, for an attraction card, when I see that person sitting there, like, if you're attracted to something, why are you just sitting there? Why aren't you going towards it? And I think there's, like, that face on the moon that looks kind of like a cat to me. I don't know why it does, but maybe you can't see it that way. And the reflection looks like a cat to me, almost kind of like, you know how a cat will kind of pay attention to you on their terms? Sometimes they're very much on you and in your face, but if you want their attention, they're like, oh, I'm good, thanks. It kind of feels that way. The moon card is right with it. I feel like the attraction between you and whoever this is very much alive. But for whatever reason, you're kind of left in the lurch, not sure where it's going. Not sure what's really happening here. And there's like this moment where you're just kind of floating out in the wind. Temporarily, I'm getting this other person with the Six of Swords. They seem to be taking a break from you really quickly. And when they do, and it could be that they have no choice, they have other things they have to take care of, but I feel like they can't really communicate with you either. When that happens, you're thinking, well, I guess that's all there is to it. I don't really know what else I can do to make this move forward. I thought we both had a connection. What's the problem? But if they're not really, I mean, if it was just on my side and maybe I imagined that, I guess I did. And what else is there to do about it? Because I don't feel you able to really affect this situation with the Eight of Swords. Even though it's in your thoughts, I feel like literally you're not doing anything because you're thinking, there's nothing I can do if they're not interested. And there is some distance, but it's temporary. A temporary distance happens there. The reason I'm saying it's temporary, again, because like I said, you have the Lover's card at the end. When you come back together with this person, they're warning. This is a warning card. It could get very hot and heavy very quick. It could get very intense. Don't jump into somebody else's life too quickly. Let this thing slowly simmer. You do better. You got to do what's right for you, of course. But they're saying this could get hot and heavy pretty quickly. Extremes is a warning card. Like, don't let this get too extreme too quickly. Let it simmer. Slowly get into each other's life. Let things rationally come together. The passion is going to be there, though. That's the extremes, though. They're also saying that. The passion is going to be there. When you come back around, this person is going to be very much into you. I'm getting this is something that you're going to create a whole new foundation. I feel like when this moves forward, you're not going to have any intention of letting it go. That's the Ace of Pentacles. The creation is like, what do you want to create from this? They're saying be careful of extremes, though. Be very careful of extremes. That could end up doubling back and getting you in the butt. Just be careful. Just try to keep it as calm and as relaxed as possible. Try to pace it out if you can. Try to set up situations where you're spending time away from each other so you can let don't spend every moment together. Try to pace it out a bit. Try to stretch it out a bit. Try to make sure you both have things to do without each other around, because I feel like it's going to get very intense very quickly. Fair warning. But that's a good ending. Like, it's the Lover's card. It's just saying, I just feel like they're saying you could get carried away. Just be careful. Don't get carried away. They want me to end it. I'm going to end it. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, please remember to either email me at jamesforastral@gmail.com for current pricing, or I'm currently on my Instagram at James13Wicca. Just go to my Instagram. I should have it posted there what my current pricings and options are if you're interested. Thank you very much again for watching.